guys, it's Spence and welcome back. This is my last video of 2012 and I want to get you pumped up and excited for what we're going to do in 2013. So this is a real brief video where I want you to focus on a kind of an unusual thing. I want you to think about your destination in 2013 so that you can use it as a filter for setting the things that you do daily as goals. Now, let me be more specific. Many people achieve success in life, but once they get to that destination of success, they don't find they're really satisfied. And the reason, I think, is because the goal of making money by itself is not necessarily a goal that brings exponential happiness or freedom or anything else. Certainly, in the immediate term, it does. But I think the quote I once read was from Andrew Mason, one of the founders of Groupon, who said that, money is a binary equation. You either have enough or you don't. But once you have enough, anything over that amount is really not going to bring you exponential satisfaction or happiness or a sense of freedom. Now, what does that mean to you as a freelancer? What I want you to think about for 2013 is imagine, close your eyes, get in a nice relaxed place. Imagine at the end of the year all of the things that you want to achieve from a financial standpoint with your freelance business. Then add those up. You can use a piece of paper, an iPad as a cheat sheet, it doesn't matter. Add those up and come up with a figure, a financial figure. Now, for many people, I'll just throw out, let's say it's $60,000 will buy you all of the housing and the food and the travel and the entertainment and the lifestyle and the medical insurance and the things for your spouse or for your children if you have any. Now you can work your way backwards. $60,000 divided by 12 is $5,000 a month. If you want, you can even do a weekly or daily, but let's just say by the month. Now you've got a tangible goal of $5,000 that we can use as a filter for the decisions you're going to make about which type of freelance business you want to make. And using the things we talked about in the first video. Number one, what type of clients do you want? Do you want consumer level clients who tend to be larger in quantity, but smaller in the amount of money that you charge each of them? Or do you want more maybe mid-level business or large corporate where you're going to charge a larger amount per customer, but you're going to have fewer total customers to deal with? The reason the filter is important because now you can determine, for example, if I need to make $5,000, do I charge 500 people $10 a month? Or do I charge five people $1,000 a month? 5 companies, actually. Just keep the general idea in mind. Next is geography. When I'm thinking if I have to make $5,000 a month to make my, what I'll call my net, where do I need to be? Do I feel it's important to me to have local customers? For example, here in Chicago, I've got plenty of local businesses that I could turn to. Even if I'm offering an online service, I can find my customers the good old-fashioned way. I can go door to door. I can send out cards or mailers or flyers, or I can meet people at meetups. Or do I want to have a nomadic lifestyle where my customers are global and I just check in via a laptop from a hotel or a beach or a ski resort, something like Danis might do? So whichever the case may be, you can determine the type of customer relationship, whether it's in person or semi-in person or whether it's completely remote, and determine how that fits well with your goal of having the $5,000 a month net. And last but not least, service and support. The difference between a pure freelance service versus a product is enormous. However, I will tell you, it's impossible to have a product that just comes out of the box and does well. So no matter what we talk about during this whole course, I'm going to explain to you each and every step of the way how you always have to start with finding a pain point, achieving a level of customer satisfaction via hands-on service, and then slowly begin to what I'll use the term productize that service if you desire to have a product business, so that at the end you're basically no longer reinventing the same wheel. I've done this path myself, and it's one I know very well, where when you go and find those particular first clients, you need to interact with them hands-on. Let's give an example. Maybe you're building custom header themes for WordPress. You're a beautiful artist, or you do beautiful artwork as an artist. Those first few customers, you have to find out, what's the size of the header? What kind of colors are popular? What themes will they work with? How is it that the customer knows how to use them? But after you've built 10 or 20 or 30 for customers hands-on, you might find, you know what? Maybe I'll just build a store where these header images are located inside of and sell them automatically all through the day and night without having to worry about redesigning a new one for each and every client. You see, that's the beauty of having a freelance service business, is that there's a potential product opportunity at every step along the way. All right, so let me just cap it off, and I want to first of all say, let's get psyched, let's get in the right frame of mind. We're really living in an exciting time, an era that has never existed before, where each and every one of you can be a financial and personal success at whatever you want to do online. We're all interconnected, and it's a really, as I say, an opportunity that's never before existed. I want you to take advantage of this. Remember, think of your end goal financially for where you want to be after this 2013 series of tutorials and education of First Web Designer and First Web Designer TV. Second of all, break it down for your monthly amount and think in terms of what type of customer do I want? Consumer or maybe business? Think in terms of where do I want to be geographically? Do I want to have localized customers or global customers? And don't worry, it's not a fixed rule. And lastly, think in terms of whether I want to have a pure service or freelance service business, or I want to start thinking of how I can productize those things. You keep these in mind, and as we get into the tools and the tips, you're going to have a much better framework to make a decision so that at the end of the year, your goals will have aligned with your accomplishments. I guarantee you that's the best way to success. I look forward to that, and we'll see you next year. The Suspense, the Evil Genius.